Good evening, I'm Joe Fotvarka for JSB Traffic with this Friday evening update. What a disaster the roadways are this afternoon. Let's start somewhere out far away. Here we are out in the Pennsylvania Turnpike, just west of Pittsburgh, and traffic is not even moving in this camera because they're doing road work in Ohio. They did this last Friday too. Why the Ohio Turnpike does road work on Friday, I don't know, but they are, and it is just backed up for several miles. It is backed up 10 miles, and there's about a 1 hour delay there. For fun, go ahead and try and count how many times I say 1 hour delay in this report, because I say it a lot of times. Here we are looking at the Northeast Extension and the eastbound Turnpike. The eastbound Turnpike is generally congested from Valley Forge Toll Plaza area all the way to Fort Washington. That's about a 10-mile delay, and yeah, that delay is approaching 1 hour. And the northbound Northeast Extension, that delay starts back on the Blue Route today, all the way down near 76 and south of 76. And really, it's just really stop and go up to Lansdale. Then once you get past Lansdale, it gets a little better, but it's still very slow, and it's not at the posted speed limit. All in all, that's a 27-mile delay, and the time to get through that area is, yes, 1 hour. And as you can see here we are northbound at Lansdale. Starts to pick up a little bit, but if this was to be zoomed in a little bit, you would see it does slow down yet again. And now we have some humongous delays on the Schuylkill Expressway. Look at inbound here on the Schuylkill Expressway at mile marker 332, just east of I-476. The traffic's not even moving at this point. And if we go back further, let's go back to 202, shall we? Let's take a look at 202. Here's the lovely L ramp that was just upgraded 5 years ago to handle higher capacity traffic to get on 76. Well, it sure ain't doing squat today, as it is just completely stopped just to get on 76. And this actually starts back on 202 itself and on 422. And this is just a 20-minute delay to get to 76. Once you're on 76, it is just bumper to bumper stopped traffic all the way into Philadelphia, and it really doesn't open up until you get to the split at Passyunk Avenue. We're talking a 70 to 75-minute delay at this time. I mean, and there is more stop than there is go, and outbound is no better. Outbound is no longer backed up to 202 because of the significant delays on the Blue Route and the Northeast Extension, and I'll show you that here. You can't really see it now, but at times this left lane has become a virtual brick wall of traffic to get onto the northbound Blue Route and Northeast Extension. You can see here traffic stopped going outbound, and that's because of that effect. And that delay starts all the way back here at South Street. You can hardly see it because the camera is dirty and they need to clean it, but I mean, it's just a disaster. Let's go over to I-676, shall we? That's a mess as well. Going eastbound, it's generally backed up from I-76 all the way over through to I-95. However, coincidentally, outbound's not too bad at this time for the get on 76. That will fill back up later on, and there's no doubt about it. That's going to fill back up about 6 o'clock like it usually does on a Friday. Shall we head over to 95 now? 95's a mess as well. We have big delays going south of 95, which is on the left, starting at Cottman, and it's generally just one solid delay all the way down to the Delaware state line. That is 30 miles of stop and go bumper to bumper traffic, people. I mean, this is really bad. Here we are southbound again at Girard, or it's just bumper to bumper. Northbound, believe it or not, is not as bad now because a lot of people left work early. Now they're making the return trip back south because, hey, it's the weekend. People are trying to get out of here for the weekend. It's Friday night and everyone's trying to get away. Let's go down near the airport on I-95 South and look here at the airport. It's just completely stopped at this point. A lot of people are either going to Delaware, Baltimore, maybe Washington for the weekend. No clue where all of you are going this Friday, but it is just a disaster out here. And the general trip time from Cottman Avenue down to the Delaware state line, 1 hour. Now let's go and take a look at the Blue Route. Well, first, no, let's take a look more of 95, because 95 northbound here in the area of the Commodore Barry Bridge, that is slow too, as we can see here in this camera. That's slow, and at times it's stop and go, and boy, look here at 452, it's just barely moving, crawling. Yeah, that's not good. And the general travel time in this area, it's taking about 20 minutes to get from the Delaware state line through to the Blue Route. That's about 6.5 miles worth of stop and go traffic. And southbound on the Blue Route, oh, that is just an absolute nightmare at this time. That is backed up all the way from the Mid-County tolls right on through to I-95. Here we are at I-76. Both directions are just a zoo. And as I said earlier, the Northeast Extension is a mess, and there's your traffic on the left just trying to get up to the Northeast Extension. Here we are again south of 76. Not as bad going northbound, but southbound, and look at here, a sprawling road. Southbound is just a complete parking lot at this time. And the delay time to get to I-95 is roughly 1 hour. There are other delays going northbound at this time. Generally from I-95 up through to exit 9, we have a 9-mile delay. But that southbound delay, folks, that's a 20-mile delay. Now let's go back to 202. We have more delays on 202, and there's 422. That's red. We'll get to that in a minute. 202 going south is generally jammed from Chesterbrook Boulevard all the way down through the Route 30. And going northbound on 202, yeah, that's no better. That's generally jams from 29 out through to Chesterbrook Boulevard, and then it jams up again approaching the area of 422 just to get onto I-76 like we mentioned before. Now let's go over to 422. 422 is moving slowly in spots, but other spots it's stop and go, and here we are at Route 23. Not sure what direction this is because of how they have it zoomed in, but there's a disabled vehicle on the side of the road. Be mindful of that. Let's take a look out here by Egypt Road where it slows down even more. Then once you get out through to 29, that's where it starts to pick up speed. It remains heavy, but it does start to pick up speed in that area. Now let's go over and take a look at New Jersey this afternoon. New Jersey, conditions are just awful in New Jersey as well. Coming south on the New Jersey Turnpike is generally jammed. Let's see what they're saying here. Delays on New Jersey Turnpike, inner and outer roadways, north of Interchange 9, through to the road, inner and outer merge at exit 8A. There is currently an 8-mile delay. However, if we look here in the sensors, it's rather slow beyond that point. The cameras were working earlier. Let's try again real quickly here. And yeah, it was slow in this camera before going southbound, and it's not working because everyone's trying to view the camera at this time. But yeah, it's generally slowed down to exit 7A, and you're just going to want to add a lot of time. It's probably about a 45 to 50 minutes additional time in that area. And here we are going northbound. There's big delays going northbound. Delays on the New Jersey Turnpike northbound, interchange 7A through to interchange 8, exit number 8, which is New Jersey 32 in East Windsor Township. It's a 7.5-mile delay due to volume. There's also delays going eastbound on I-195 through to the New Jersey Turnpike because of the delays on the New Jersey Turnpike. That's about a 4-mile delay. We have big delays in South Jersey on 295. That's generally jammed all the way from New Jersey 38 down through to 42 and 76. That's just because of volume. We also have delays on I-676 South from north of exit 3 through to 42. We have jammed conditions on the Walt Whitman Bridge from I-95 in Pennsylvania, continuing on to 76 and 42 all the way down to the Route 55 split. That's about a 10-mile delay at this time. And we did have an earlier accident, which we still do have, here on US 322 South with injuries eastbound. The right lane is closed, and that is causing delays at this time. And Route 47 is a little slow at this time at 347. That's because of volume. Now let's go back into Pennsylvania and take a look at Harrisburg, which is just an absolute nightmare at this time as well. And if we're looking at Harrisburg, let's take a look at I-81 first, which is generally jammed from exit 77 right there, just past this exit, all the way down through to the area of exit 67. Here we are at 74. That's bumper to bumper. Let's take a look here at the area of I-83, and going southbound is just an absolute disaster to get to US 322 because a lot of people are heading up to Penn State for the weekend for football, for fall activities, you name it, it's going on. And northbound on I-81, that's no better. That's generally jammed from 322 all the way out through to the area of exit 72. And let's take a look at 322 west. It is bumper to bumper from I-81 all the way out through to the area of the Clark's Ferry Bridge, which is the Susquehanna River. Let's take a look out there. That's where it starts opening up a bit, as you can see in this camera. And generally, it remains heavy beyond that point through to 11 and 15. Let's take a look at 83 here in Harrisburg, which is generally an absolute parking lot in both directions from PA Route 581 all the way up through to I-81. It generally is going to look like this the whole entire way. Bumper to bumper, stop and go traffic. Disastrous conditions. Here we are northbound on I-283. That's a parking lot all the way from the PA Turnpike, toll plazas, right on up through to 83. If exiting at Harrisburg East, from time to time traffic has been backing up in this area, so be prepared for that. And real quickly, let's go take a look at the Allentown area. That is a mess as well this afternoon. Generally on I-78 going eastbound, that's generally jammed from PA Route 145 all the way over to 33. We have a 10-mile delay because there are big delays on 33 northbound this afternoon. Heading up to the Poconos, traffic is generally jammed all the way up through to 191, as you can see on the left, just bumper to bumper traffic. A lot of people have decided to go to the Poconos this weekend, and a lot of this is coming from the Northeast Extension, exiting at Lehigh Valley, and coincidentally going westbound on 78. It is slow between US 22 Merge and Route 100, and going on 22 eastbound, that's generally jammed from the Pennsylvania Turnpike all the way over to 33, just because of volumes, and going westbound is generally jammed from just west of 33 all the way over through to the area of Route 309. It's generally going to look like this. Bumper to bumper traffic. Finally, we do have big doings on I-80 going west in the area of Route 209 all the way through to west of 33. Traffic is heavy, stop and go because of people coming into the Poconos for the weekend. No trouble with Mass Transit, no trouble with Amtrak, New Jersey Transit, or Delaware Transit DART. I'm Joe Vodvarka for JSV Traffic. Thanks for watching this update. Keep following me on Twitter. I'm going to have stuff going all night, and 76 will probably not end its delays until after 9 o'clock tonight. Have a great weekend. Drive safely.